ready for story number 2? Do you think anyone can top that? Okay, let's try. Let's see. I'm just really going to pick who I want to go next. I'm looking at all the names right now. So I can't find the one that I want to go. Oh, here. Jesse. Jesse, you're next. Woo, Jesse.
Hey guys, what's up? Before I go on, actually, can I take a video of all you guys for my new vlog? Is that cool? Can I get a round of applause for that? So check this out. I'm making a new documentary about performers all across the country so you can see the things they see. So hold on a second. What's up, guys? This is fantastic Jesse Gernigin. I'm live here at MothUp. Everybody make some noise. Thanks for indulging me. I was actually at Arms tonight about what I wanted to do because I had 2 stories, and I'm going to let you guys decide which one I tell because they're both equally interesting. One is about the scariest thing that I ever did.
Yes, that one.
Or it's about the first time I fell in love. Perfect. I don't know one about falling in love. Love's for suckers. So, growing up in Alton, which is where I was from. Oh, I got a fan up front. There's always one.
That's a judge.
Air high five. But growing up in Alton, most people don't know this if you're not from the area, but Alton actually is considered one of the most haunted cities in America. Topped only usually by, like, New Orleans. So, haunted by poverty. It's funny because they're poor, not us. Anyway, so growing up in Alton, you know, you're kind of mired in this ghost culture. So you know where all the haunted houses are, you've snuck into them, but there's always that one house. There's like every town, there's that one place you don't go. It's like a witch's house if you see big fish, or it's like a graveyard, or it's some place that you don't belong, because it's the home of something bad. Jackpot. That's what we call metaphor. So one night, I'm with my buddy, and we're like, we should go to a haunted house. And my buddy's dad, we were like 12 at the time, he's like, that's stupid. Everybody goes to haunted houses at night. You don't want to do that. Kind of agreed, so we go, okay, tomorrow we're going to go to the blank house. And I'm going to tell you guys which one it is, but it's actually considered one of the most haunted houses in all of America. People aren't supposed to go into it. It's actually illegal to go into it, but we're 12, so if we get caught, we get away with it. And we told that to his dad, because he was very, I say cool dad, but in reality he was a very uncaring dad, so he let us do what we want, which we thought was cool, but like reflecting if it was my kid, no. So he's like, well, I don't think that's a good idea, and he goes, well, why? He goes, well, it's haunted, you know, bad things happen there. You're going to run running and screaming home. And I go, no, we'll be fine. So the next morning comes, and we go out, and it's the middle of summer, okay? So it's beautiful. If you've ever been in Alton in the summer and you're not in the poor part, it's an amazing place. There's these old stately mansions and trees everywhere. And you get to the house, and the house takes up about 1.5 acres, and it sits right in the middle of this square, right? And it's an old house, probably built like 1850-ish or so. And it's a kind of house that had like a slave's quarter and stuff, so you know like bad stuff happened there, because that's the big Alton thing. And I didn't think about it at the time, but all the trees in this block were dead. I love that one goes, I would have left. Which was weird, because, you know, obviously all the trees around it are growing. But the crazy thing was, I mean, it's the middle of summer, these trees are dead, but there's still dead leaves everywhere in this yard, which, you know, I didn't think about it at the time, which would have been like a smart thing to do. But we went up to the house, and you go up these old rickety steps, and I remember, because it was me in front and my buddy behind me, and I pushed open the door, which for some reason wasn't locked. And there was this smell. Not dead bodies, don't worry, because everyone's like, oh my God. He saw it. No, it was like almonds. That's the only way I can describe it, is dust and almonds. And the door kind of swung open silently. It was like I'd been removed from time. Even when I was 12, I understood that something was different. You know, and I took a step inside, and I stopped. Because I understood. For some reason I couldn't explain, I still can't explain today, it might have just been my imagination, but everything was in black and white. And I'm not talking like shades of gray. I mean like literally monochrome black and white. And I go, no. And I didn't want to take another step in because I understood that something was going to happen. I understood that I had entered into a bigger game, you know, that I couldn't play. But I felt my buddy kind of walk in behind me and he bumped me forward and the smell just got overwhelming. And I passed out. And I came to, I mean, I had to be a couple minutes later because, like, when I talked to the dad later, he explained the time. There was a good creepy sound because I wish it had happened at the time when I'd opened the door, and then he could have made the joke that it opened silently, but it didn't, so we'll continue. And I woke up, and I was upstairs on a bed. And I'm not making this up. I don't know how I got there. But I looked around, and everything had its color back, at least as much as it could in a faded, nasty house like this. And then I hear this scream. And I didn't pee myself, but I was, you know. And I screamed like a girl, no offense, but when you're 12, that's how you think of it, so I'm telling it how I was there. And thankfully, it turned out it was my buddy. He just woke up too, but I didn't know that at the time. So he runs out, and I run. I'm like, oh my God, what should we do? He's like, we should get out of here. I'm like, I know. And then we stood there for like a minute. And then finally, you know, because you don't want to go downstairs, so I'd be downstairs, because something had to put us up there, right? So we run downstairs, and we run out the front door. And there's nothing there. I'm by myself, and I'm like, what the is going on? And then I heard this, hey. I look behind me and there's no house. And hey, wake up. It's time to go home. And I woke up and I was at a sleepover. And although I really had this dream and this really happened, it wasn't like what you thought. And that's about how I